What's up, guys? Welcome to Media Glitch. Joel VALLIE here. Thank you so much for joining us. And we got an amazing, exciting new segment called America's Next Indie Devs Got Talent Idol Survival Edition Miami. That's right, guys.
Excellent.
What is this segment? Let me just tell you, we get tons of indie developers sending us their games. There's no way we can play them all. We're like, what can we do? What segment can we do to kind of hit on some of these? So what I got here is I got some reviewers here. We got Dylan, we got Megan, and we got some on standby. And they're gonna come and they're going to review with a smile the game. Okay, you can give a pretty honest review of the game.
Yeah.
And if I don't like it, I kick them off, basically. You know? And then I bring on the next reviewer, and then you guys in the comment section can tell us what game you guys thought was the best game. So that's kind of how that runs, right? So I got Dylan here. Dylan, you got a game?
I do have a game. So this game.
Okay, hold on. Are we good on the timer? Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So I got a game by Alda developers. It's $13.99 on Steam, and this game is Band of Defenders.
Bullets rained like cleansing fire. It was beautiful.
All right, so this game is a tower defense game set in a post-apocalyptic world. So you have these building and crafting mechanics. You got to set up your base. You got to create these turrets. The gunplay in this is awesome. I love the way the guns feel, the different types of guns that you have, the enemies you have to fight. It's wave after wave type action where you got to defend this little fort in the middle.
Don't be lying to me.
What do you mean?
Okay, just go ahead.
So there's boss battles, all sorts of cool enemies. The way everything feels and plays is actually a lot of fun. And I gotta say, it's a lot of fun to play the game again and again and again with little reward, because I kept on joining in and it would crash after about 20 minutes. So
and you lose everything?
Yeah, I lost everything, absolutely everything. So that was a lot of fun doing that, let me tell you. You get these loot crates at the end when you do beat the levels, and inside of those contain upgrades that help you get more turrets, that help you get more weapons, cool new items. You can swag out by wearing cool gear whenever you go into these battles. So I don't know, it's a really, really interesting game. I would say I liked it.
It looks like there was some work put into it.
Yeah, there's some work.
Let me hear. Stay here.
Okay.
Let me hear you out. What do you got for me?
All right, so I have Scheming Through the Zombie Apocalypse, The Beginning Part 1.
Okay, that title sounds like the title for this show.
I know.
Okay, go ahead. Let's see.
It's put out by, the developers are Entertainment Forge, and the publishers are Grab the Game. And it is $4.99 right now on Steam. So it is a story about zombies and hustling. So it is a story-driven game. It's about...
I just see Shaun of the Dead?
Yes, you did. There's a lot of
one point there.
Lots of pop culture references. You are basically convincing animals to go and steal stuff for you out of stores, and you're going to get scavenging items. There's a lot of really crazy characters. Like, this is Zombie Carl. He's a drunk parrot who you always mistake as a zombie. So here's an example. You're trying to convince this guinea pig on an experiment to go and do scavenging for you. So there's a lot of choice wording, so you have to figure out what's going to work for this particular situation, and it will affect how characters react to you when you find them in the town. There is quite a bit of vulgar language in this game, so it is definitely not for kiddies at all. Definitely not this lemur is a little bit crazy, but you're basically trying to get as much loot as possible to get into the Scavengers Guild. Okay. And all while avoiding zombies who will rip off your face. And but there's a lot of dark humor in the game, which is something I absolutely loved. They're cracking jokes while they're being eaten by other zombie animals. And yeah, it's just a little bit all over the map.
Okay, all right.
Everything.
I'll tell you what, man. You had some server issues, and your game. Just get off my side. Get off.
Bye, Dylan.
Bye. Everyone, get okay. All right, who's next? Come on, John. You got something for me?
I got something for you.
John's warming up right now.
I got something. Hello.
Okay, dude. You got a game.
I got a game.
What do you got?
I want to tell you about a little game called Spacejacked.
Okay. I like the name.
And Spacejacked is kind of cool because it's a tower defense game. I actually really like this, mostly because it's short and easy to pick up. But you're basically this guy on a spaceship.
Okay.
Little man, little friendly guy.
Little wee man.
And you have to use these little points that we see hanging out to put in turrets or missiles or lasers to kill these creatures that show up periodically. Now, eventually you'll start going between not just one screen, but 2 and 3 screens. And the part I liked about this is it reminds me of VVV. Okay, because you can flip gravity, go upside down, but you also have a real-time ability to attack things with your own gun, but the gun has a cooldown, so you can't go crazy with it. You can take assets that you've previously put down and grab them in order to get your money back to put something else out in case you decide that this wave of enemies is just too much, or lasers are better, or missiles are better, or bullets are better, or whatever it is. And so it's, again, it's kind of a short little thing, and as you kill monsters, they drop these coins for you, which you can use to put towards assets. However, I'm going to be honest, my favorite part of the game comes from an element towards the end that speaks to the classic 8-bit in my heart.
Yeah.
Which is you get to play a little mini game that's sort of a riff off of Gradius, called Battalius. Nice. And you get to hang out once a day, in-game days, shoot stuff, collect metal, and use this towards assets for subsequent days. And because it's quick and easy, and I don't have a lot of time,
man,
games like this are very up my alley. So
they're up my alley too.
Yeah.
That is tough. That's tough. Who do I kick? Who do I kick?
I do like bad words.
Keep track, guys, because you guys, I want to know what you guys thought was your favorite game. But I'm gonna, oh gosh, this is tough. This is really hard, actually, because both of these games look fascinating.
Oh, how much is your game? Do you know?
My game's $9.95 on Steam and PS4. I love cheap games.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you know what, man? Megan, get the heck off.
Oh wow! All right,
yeah, get out of here.
It's been
I'm
good.
sorry. I have a special place for the retro, but everyone can play your game, right?
It's very simple.
Not too many cuss words, you know. We gotta
There's zero cuss words so far. It's great for families. You go to a family get together.
Oh, so we got Megan. I mean, Miranda. Sorry,
Hi,
Megan left.
I'm
Miranda's
far
here.
less artistically talented Megan.
Live TV. Okay.
Okay.
What do you got for me? Tell me all about it.
Well, let me tell you all about the game Fatkid from Almighty Games.
Fatkid.
Fatkid, it comes from us for Almighty Games.
Let's see, I like the name.
And runs $9.99 on Steam. Let me tell you a little bit about the story.
All right.
So you play a high school kid with an underactive thyroid. Everybody in this high school goes by descriptive names like Fat Kid, Schoolgirl, Cool Kid, Jock, all of those sorts. You are obviously have a crush on the local schoolgirl. You want to ask her out to prom. No, just a general school girl. She would be called Cheerleader, Joel. So you get made fun of throughout the whole game, and you have fights. So the whole idea of the game is you walk through the high school in various different levels, just using your weight and your gas to fight every single person you come into contact with and beat them to a bloody pulp. So I don't know that this is sending quite the right message, but you know, you can level up. You have a whole skill progression involved with your character.
Right.
But there is more. This is a true beat 'em up. So, to its credit, the game knows exactly what it is. You spend level to level, beating up, again, every single thing you see. It is well polished. You know, the level design is very straightforward. Obviously, as the story progresses, you become a bully yourself. It turns out beating up everybody you see is not the best idea. So you go on a bit of more of a journey, personally speaking, throughout the game, and eventually fight like the devil and stuff.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
That said, you die a lot in the very end level, and that's pretty much what I did. I think I died about 50 or 60 times on this level. It was great.
Oh, okay, so there it is. 4 indie titles for you guys. Now, if you're watching this at home, push pause and go and put your vote in. What game out of all of them? It doesn't matter if I kicked them out. You can vote. Tell me what game you thought. This is kind of tough, but in the end, you can unpause it. I'm just kidding. If you're watching this on TV, you're gonna have to head over to YouTube to vote. Also, I think we're gonna put a poll on Facebook. Let's do that. Can we do that? Anyone? Okay, cool. Poll on Facebook. I'm gonna have to go with, in this day and age, a game like that it might be sending out the wrong message as far as like, you know, the high school shootings and stuff like that. But that's not gonna stop me from picking that as the winner. In fact, I think people need to get their, you know, panties out of them. Whatever. Anyway.
It's a solid.
To be fair, you only use your fists, your weight, and your gas.
Right. So, but I mean, if I'm looking this at it as a game, it looked well polished, man.
It is.
And I like the way it looked. It looked like an episode of Family Guy or American Dad or something. Then you're playing it. So, I'm gonna have to give the winner to your game, Miranda. Now, tell me what was the name of the one more time?
So the developer is Almighty Games. The name of the game is Fatkid, and it is available for $9.99 on Steam.
So there it is, guys. Let us know what you guys are. We're gonna tally up the votes, and we do it with the segment again next week. We will tell you what you guys voted for, and we'll mention that game one more time in the beginning of the episode. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to review that long stretch. All right, guys, thank you so much. And if you're watching this on TV, head over to YouTube, give us a shout out, and thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to put your comment in the, down there and let us know what game that you thought was the better looking game out of all these. So we'll see you next time on America's Next Indie Devs Got Talent Idle Survival Edition, Miami. We'll see ya.